Hey you guys, I hope you're having a great day and a great week so far. So today I want to share how to handle your sweet tooth. And this really came up for me because I just enjoyed a little dark chocolate and indulged in my sweet tooth. And I will be honest, I do it most days. Whether that's in the afternoon or I have a little dessert at night, I have a huge sweet tooth. I really do. But my lifestyle, because I eat this 80% healthy whole foods most of the time, and then I leave that little 15-20% room for the unhealthy stuff, I'm able to balance it all out, right? And still feel good most of the time from allowing for some sweets. But what I want to offer today is how to handle that sweet tooth when it comes up, because mine comes up in the afternoon or maybe yours comes at night or whenever, but it's a big thing, right? So how do we handle these sugar cravings and cut back? And I do want to offer that what I'm going to share with you is twofold. So I'm going to give you some really tangible tips, physical tips that you can do so to help curb those sugar cravings or how to handle them in general. And then I'm also going to give you some mindset, some new thoughts to consider and some mindset tools to consider so that you have both. I really believe that if you have the mindset work, thinking new thoughts, being really intentional about who you want to be and the thoughts you want to think, plus the environmental and the actual tangible tips and tools to help you create these new thoughts and to stick with them, then that's where the money is. That's the sweet spot, so to say, in how to create new results. So I'm going to give you both today. Okay, let's start with the tangible ones, okay? So these are things that I do, I've done many times, and have helped so many clients that I've worked with to overcome the sweet tooth. So first thing is water. Drink up, y'all. You guys are gonna hear me talk about water all the time and probably so many of my videos when we're talking about nutrition or health in general and energy. Water, staying hydrated. So I'm talking in the moment, literally, but I'm also talking about staying hydrated from the moment you wake up all throughout your day. So that could be starting your day with a glass of water and then continuing to drink water so that come this afternoon time or even the evening, you've really been hydrating yourself. A lot of the times, when we are hungry, or especially when we have the junk food carb cravings, that's because we're dehydrated. That is a very big flag right there that you need to drink some water. So that can be the first thing that you do when you start to feel like, oh my gosh, give me the afternoon sweet candy bar, whatever it is that you like to indulge in. That have a glass of water, have a couple glasses of water, which then also gives you some time, right? It gives you a little space, 3, 5, 10 minutes to drink that glass of water, fill you up, rehydrate yourself, and then to see, do you still really want this treat, this sweet thing or not? So that's the first thing, drink up, drink some water. Oh, I do want to add in this that listen, I've had water myself all day today. I'm still drinking some here, but that could be a typical general glass of water. A lot of times for myself, I really like and need ice water or very cold water. And I find that if it's room temperature water, I'm not drinking as much. So what is that for you? Is that ice water? Is it room temperature water? Also, I grabbed one of these. Bubbly, some sparkling water. A lot of times in the afternoon will switch to the sparkling water to kind of switch it up and help me drink some more water and stay hydrated. The other option too, I'm just going to throw in here with water and drinking up, I'll put this with the healthy alternatives too, is you could even have a glass of herbal tea. The uncaffeinated herbal tea actually counts towards your hydration. So you could do that also. So, and Sport Tea, that's a brand that I love and recommend that will give you a little bit of natural energy but is not caffeinated with the usual stuff. So drink up. Okay, number 2, You guys know me already. So this is move your body, okay? And I'm not talking you have to go for a workout. You don't even have to leave your house, but get up off your bum if you've been working, sitting all day, whether that's at work or at home, but get up and move around. Again, a lot of the times we're just kind of going through the motions on autopilot, right? You're just burying your head into work or doing the things that you need to get done. And if you don't stand up and give yourself that break and physiologically like move your body, get the blood flowing, then you could just think like mindless eating, right? Mindless snacking. Let me have that sweet. It's autopilot time for that. Stop. Your trigger, a new healthy trigger, is get up and move your body. So that could be a walk outside. That's what I like to do a lot of the time. So I get a little sunshine too, get some fresh air, really reset. It's amazing, y'all. Even if that's just like down the block, right? Or around your office building, if you're at an actual office building. Or just get up and go to the stairs in your office building, or pace around your house. I will literally like walk back and forth sometimes, like take a little break with my girlfriend on Marco Polo and just walk back and forth in the house if it's like too cold out or raining out or whatever, right? You could dance, turn on a song for 1 to 2 songs and dance it out for a little bit. You could stretch, whatever feels good to you, but just get up and move your body and give yourself at least 5 or 10 minutes of movement. I promise you will feel better, and it will also help to curb that craving, and you give yourself this space to allow for that urge of that sweet. And this is also very powerful stuff between the water and the movement, because the next one is to have healthy alternatives and even to give in, which is going to be an option too. But no matter what, if you do these things, you're going to want to have less of the sweet. Even if you decide to have it, you're going to want to have less or make the healthier choice. So I highly recommend starting with more water and then moving your body. Okay, having healthy alternatives, that's number 3. So when it's winter here, it's cold out, so a healthy hot chocolate could be an option. All I do for that is literally some hot water, tablespoon or 2 of unprocessed cocoa powder, and then mix that up, dissolve it, maybe a little vanilla if you're feeling like fresh and froggy, and then just add a little unsweetened almond milk to cool it down and to give it a little bit more richness. Boom, a healthy hot chocolate right there that's probably like 40 calories roughly. No extra added sugar to it. So good too. That's an option. Honestly, dark chocolate, that's what I had this afternoon and is like a go-to of mine. This is the Dove dark chocolate hearts. I have these I got from Aldi's that I've been loving, these little dark chocolate wafers. I'll have like a couple of these. Dark chocolate is good for you. It's got antioxidants in it, and if you're gonna have chocolate or something sweet, that's a really great healthy alternative. Bonus here too, like sometimes I don't just have that, but I'll take that and like a little spoonful of peanut butter and like dip my little dark chocolate heart or whatever piece of dark chocolate I have in the peanut butter. It's so good. It's like 2-minute or homemade peanut butter cup basically. But I don't always have peanut butter cups, so then I just make my own like that. But super rich, super satisfying. You get some healthy fats in there. You get the dark chocolate. Energy balls is another good healthy alternative. I use a lot of times with the boys the recipe from Oshi Glows. They have like a peanut butter cookie dough energy ball. But any basic, you can look up like healthy energy ball and find so many different recipes for that. But it's more like dates, maybe some maple syrup, maybe some chocolate chips, some oats and oat flour or almond flour. But it's a healthier alternative to say like a chocolate chip cookie or a donut, right? Honestly, even a bowl of cereal. I will do that a lot. I'm a huge cereal fan. So I'll like have a bowl of Cheerios maybe with some honey, right? And the honey adds that extra little sweetness that I want and need. So it could even be that if that's, where you're at. Or maybe it's like a bowl of sweetened oatmeal, but at least you're getting some fiber then. And then I mentioned before the tea, but it could even be a different drink, right? Maybe it's a tea. I still would say unsweetened, but it's got a little flavor in it, right? Maybe it's an iced tea or a hot tea. And a lot of the times I will do a coffee because I like to have a little caffeine because typically I'm going to go work out after this. So it's like a little post-workout caffeine for myself, or for you, honestly, or even when I don't go work out to get through my day. So a cup of coffee, and if I want to have that little extra sweetness because I have that sweet tooth, I'll add some of the like almond milk creamers or coconut milk creamers, or even half and half I've done, like whatever, but that just gives this little more richness to it. So it's not one of those full sugary coffee drinks, but it's got a little bit something more to it. You find your version of that, but it could be some coffee or some tea also. Okay, number 4. I'm going to give this one and then we're going to go into the mindset and thought tools. So number 4 is to just eat it. Eat it and feel guilt-free. That's the caveat there. Is like, if you do want to have the donut or the cupcake or whatever somebody brought to work or whatever your kids have and the cookies, like if it is just, or Oreos, whatever it is, eat it, but guilt-free, and eat an actual serving of like what's going to feel good to you, right? Not like there's, you know, a break room full of donuts, so I'm gonna eat a whole donut or I'm gonna eat 2 donuts. You might just need half a donut. That's a lot of times what I do with my boys is like, we'll share one, right? Or can you share it with somebody? So have the full fat, rich, you know, dessert, whatever sweet tooth thing you want, but can you have a smaller portion of it? Can you have a little bit less than you normally would? And if you are going to eat it, feel no guilt. There can be no guilt. I will not allow it. If you're gonna eat it, just eat it and enjoy it, okay? That's okay too. Like, I've definitely had Oreos at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I didn't feel anything bad about it. So that is okay to go ahead and indulge and have it if you want to, but one, I would ask you to check your portions on it. How much do you really need, right? And having the water and going for a walk or getting some movement in will help you automatically make that a really nice portion size choice, and don't feel guilty about it if you have it. Okay, so now I'm going to switch into number 5, or these mindset tools and thought work that you can do to really support yourself with these environmental and actual tangible tips and tools. So first one is some more mindful eating tools. So asking yourself questions like, am I really hungry right now? What am I feeling? Are you bored? Are you stressed? Are you sad? Are you upset? Sorry, runny nose. But asking yourself, what do I really need right now? Or maybe even asking yourself, why am I craving this right now? Am I dehydrated? Have I moved my body at all today? You know, did you have a carb-heavy lunch? So now you've got that cycle, the insulin spikes going, and now your body is like, oh, give me more of that. So then you're like, oh, wait, I've already had enough of that. Let me back off, right? So why are you craving that sweet? And is that what you really want right now? Is that going to serve you in your goals? Is that going to serve you in your day? Is that going to serve you to have energy for your work or your kids? Ask yourself, and this is not to get any kind of judgment or shame on yourself. It's just to ask yourself these questions to really be aware of what your body needs or of what you want right now. And the answer could be like, I really do want something sweet right now, and I'm okay with that. And that's okay, but just check in with yourself is what I'm saying. Use any of those questions I just shared. I could probably make up a mindful questions sheet too. If anybody sees this and wants this, you can let me know and I will do that. But in general, you could also use good old Google, but just really ask yourself some questions and get curious. Why are you craving sweets right now? Why do you want that? So just because that's what you've done every day at 2 o'clock or at the end of every night, that's what you do, is you always have dessert, right? Maybe it's just a habit. instead of it's something you actually want and are really self-aware about. So really be onto yourself. What is going on when you crave these sweets? And then the second tool and thought I want to leave you guys with is coming from a place with that highest self-image in mind for yourself. So, and this is something I coach on and I talk about in coaching, is cultivating and creating this self-image. Like, who are you and who do you want to be in this life and show up as? And if we have this goal, then the things, who we see ourselves now may not be that person. So maybe we're just running on autopilot on these thoughts and doing the same things that we've always done. And I want you to create and think about that highest, best self-image of yourself that you see, that I know you see, I know I see it. But when you see yourself as the woman that is 20 pounds lighter, as the woman that is confident and walking onto any beach, like feeling sexy, feeling fantastic, feeling great, the woman that loves her body, the woman that has so much energy, when you are that person, that's your self-image that I want you to cultivate and create. Ask yourself who you are, who you want to be. And once you have that, then you can ask yourself questions in the moment. So when you're craving sweets, to ask yourself, am I this best self version of myself? What would she do when she's craving sweets? What would she do? And really think about that. Like, picture yourself from that, like you've achieved your goal. You are now there. What does she do? How does she handle sweets, right? How does she handle dessert at nighttime? How much does she have? What kind of dessert or sweets does she eat? Start asking yourself those questions from this best self-image that you have of yourself, this woman or man that you see, that you are creating, that you want to be. Ask yourself those questions now. That's how you get there, is if you start acting and taking action and being curious from that place now, so that you will get there, right? If we take actions from that highest self-image, that best self that we have, that itself can allow us to be like, yeah, she would not eat 2 donuts, right? Or whatever it is for you. And you might be like, yeah, she might have some dark chocolate. Okay, so answer that question for yourself, but really, again, be on to yourself and be open to taking some time to really cultivate this self-image and asking when in any moment, whether it's about sweets or anything else, you can use this. I'll be talking more about this in general, but like for your workouts, for, if it's the end of your workday, like, does she go get her workout in before she goes home, or does she just slump down and like have a big juicy snack? What does she do? What does he do when you've already achieved that goal? Right? And you are that person that you see. Okay, I'll stop ranting. So those are my tips for you guys, right? So I'm just going to run through them again. So the first one is drink up, hydrate. Make sure you're drinking enough water throughout your day, and in that moment that you have that sweet cravings, drink some water and give yourself 5 or 10 minutes to pause. Number 2, move your body. I don't care if that's around the block or in the house, but just get up and move your body for, again, at least 5 to 10 minutes, doing something to get up and get your blood flowing. And then 3 is finding a healthy alternative, whether that's a coffee, a tea, a dark chocolate, or some kind of healthier alternative. Number 4 is just eat the thing if you want to eat it, but find a better portion size for yourself. And can't remember the other thing I said there. Guilt-free. That's it. Okay, and number 5 is using the mindset work and the thought work to help you create this different identity, this self-image of yourself that you want to be, not the one anybody else has, the one that you create and the one that you want to be. And then ask yourself those questions, those mindful questions, to bring yourself in awareness of what you really need and what you really want in that moment. And the more you do that too, the more you do start to pause and allow for those thoughts, the more you'll gain momentum on taking actions from that best version of yourself, and with better mindful eating tools in mind, just more subconsciously, the more you consciously work on those. Okay, you guys, I hope those are helpful, and I will see y'all again soon.